We might be live on air now. So,
Oh my
hello,
goodness.
welcome
Hello.
to the Three Amigos podcast with myself, Mark, and you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hey, Brian first.
Mastermind.
Yes.
Okay.
At
So,
Joel,
yeah.
the Desert Lakes. Hi, everybody.
Oh, one second, guys. I just need to.
I'll give a quick warning. If my dog goes crazy, I'm expecting an Amazon package. So yeah, you'll know that my package has arrived.
Yeah, guys, please
Perfect.
forgive us. We have nothing planned. This is completely off the cuff. So please get involved in the live chat. We're just going to freestyle and just talk amongst ourselves like we normally would.
Well,
So yeah,
speak for yourself. I don't think any apologies are in order. I think we're doing this great.
So yeah, so I guess for those that might be watching that are not familiar with who we are, or our faces at least anyway, my name is Mark Mason. I'm known as my alias in the Slack, Dash Nation Slack, as Nibiru Hybrid, which you might know me as. I'm the Dashforce webmaster, and I do the international outreach, and I deal with like the media creation and all that fun stuff. And yeah, so I'll just keep it brief for now because I'm sure we're going to get many questions coming in. So who would like to go next?
I'll go next. Yeah, my fake name is Brian Freeman. My screen name is Mastermind. That's how everybody knows me. And yeah, I think everybody knows what I do with the Dash Force. So treasurer, executive director, creative director, international man of mystery.
All of the above.
I like the international man of mystery part. All right, Joel, go for it.
Yes. So I'm Joel. I'm the Desert Lakes. I'm the guy that does most of the writing and editing on Dash Force News. I'm the guy who's constantly seeking out podcasts and stuff to appear on to talk about the good word of our Lord and Savior Dash. I mean, just shorten to Dash. And yes, so expect to see my face around these parts a whole lot.
Right. So in the live chat, if there's any issues with the mics or anything else like that, can you let us know? Or I tell you what, can you just give us the thumbs up that everything's okay? So I can see Joshua is in the live chat now. So yes. Joshua, is everything coming through loud and clear? If you could just confirm that, that would be fantastic.
Yes. Well, he's already talking about Brian's package. Right, his Amazon package to be sure.
What the
package? So clearly heard that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is BitCart. I still do Amazon just because they got 20%. BitCart needs to come back with their 20%. If they did do that, I would go exclusively with BitCart. So hopefully they bring that back. But yeah, I don't remember. It's either Purse or BitCart. Yeah, that's eBay. I was getting 50% off. If anybody ever uses the localbitcoins.com, you get 50% off eBay gift cards. Although it is a bit sketchy at times. So yeah, BitCart brings back their 20%. I will totally be a loyal customer to them. And they've improved a lot. When at first it was, there were some issues, but yeah, the last couple of times I got a gift card with them like a few hours, and then yesterday or the other day it was I think it's about 12 hours. So yeah, they're constantly improving. Just bring back the 20%, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, economics always speaks much louder than loudly voiced opinions. And I mean, in my case, I used to use Purse all the time, but now I really just don't have any Bitcoin left. I'm all Dash now. So in order for me to use Purse, I literally have to shapeshift it first, and just the process and the times, and then the shapeshift fee combined with the Bitcoin transaction fee and all that, it does cut into the discount. And I've always had to wait a few days before getting a 15% discount anyway. So with BitCard, it's much more efficient for me to get exactly the same discount. Maybe it has something to do with the size of the order. I generally do under $100. Ooh, excuse me. And so because of that, I think that that might factor into why BitCart's much more efficient for me.
I always do. I do 23% on purse, and I always get it. It takes a little while. I used to, back in the day, you could get like 35, 37%, and then people were getting like 50% way back in the day. But yeah, it's yeah, I get 23%. Wait a couple of days. Yeah, but yeah, BitCart brings back their 20. I'll be a little customer of them. One thing about that Shapeshift, I think that they've become very competitive lately as far as the price wise. That's all I use. I use the Jax wallet, and I just Shapeshift Bitcoin into the Dash. One thing that they need to do on the Jax wallet, which would make it better for the Shapeshift, they do it on Bitcoin, is if I'm on a screen and there's a Bitcoin address, Jax will pick that up and automatically put it in there. It doesn't do it on Dash. I mentioned it whenever they had a post on Reddit. I think they're working on it, so hopefully they'll get that sorted.
Yeah, well, BitCart's still in its infancy, but it's definitely part of the wave of the new Dash businesses that are coming on. A lot of the old guard Bitcoin businesses, even though using Bitcoin as a medium of exchange is becoming less and less useful, a lot of they tend to be stubborn and just try to wait it out and hope Bitcoin gets its stuff together. But I think there's a wave of new businesses that's coming along behind and saying, look, we're going to do what makes sense. We're going to allow people to use Dash directly. And those are going to really put a lot of heat on the old guard. And I mean, that's what the free market does. Relentless competition, evolve or die. Yeah,
BitCart's supposed to bring hotels or some kind of other, they're supposed to add more gift cards, so that'll be cool.
Yes, I think that's that was one of the great things that came from Tao's interview with Graham DeBarra, I think it is. And he seems like a nice chap. And he also gave a fantastic testimonial for Dash the other day at Consensus 2017 when he asked a question to Ryan. But yeah, so for me, I'm a bit jealous of you guys because although BitCart is based in Ireland, in Cork.
Ireland.
Yeah. However, as it appeared in the video interview, that it's for Amazon.com. So for Europeans like myself, I can buy the gift card and run the risk of purchasing for Amazon.com, but then you run the gauntlet of import tax and custom taxes and stuff. So I've not tried it yet myself. However, I really appreciate the service and the initiative that he's looking at and open to bringing on more gift cards. So the more services that we can get BitCut to take on, the better it is for Dash. So I hope to hear a lot more from the CEO Graham in the future.
Yes.
And,
so we just got a question in the live chat from Joshua. Hi, Joshua. About a mobile wallets question. Have any of you used Koinomi Wallet or Dash Electrum client? I have not used Dash Electrum client, but Koinomi was my first mobile app, right? And it works pretty well. Very kind of bare bones, although when I first started making income in Dash, that was just around when there was a hard fork and Koinomi updated their node. Took a while to do that, and so I basically had my Dash frozen for about a week because I didn't want to import my private keys into a different wallet. I just wanted to wait for it to sync. So definitely I hope that they get their support a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I had that wallet. I've still got it. I think I might have lost the seed to the Koinomi, but that was one of the first ones I put on my phone. But I use the Jax, the Google plugin. I really like it. Jax just needs to come with the instant send. And yeah, that would be all I use. I know Joel had some problems with it there. Yeah, but I've never had any problems with it.
X is pretty. I don't know. It's getting a lot more stable now. There were a few times when they had some issues. A few weeks ago, when I was on my Free Talk Live appearance, probably around a month ago, that whole week they were having node issues, and when I was trying to broadcast a transaction, it just most of the time it just wouldn't broadcast. It would say it sent, but then you'd refresh it and it never even sent. So I think all that's cleared up. There's a few little issues. It doesn't quite refresh. So you send a transaction, something doesn't show up right away. That's something that hopefully can change. That's one of the things that I initially liked about those early days Bitcoin wallets is you just hit send and beep, it just show up somewhere else instantly. It had that effect of wow, instant internet money. And that's something with like the wallet experience. Like if you use like a hash engineering wallet or like the main Dash core wallet, stuff shows up instantly.
Yeah, I'm a bit different to the guys. My main primary wallet was actually the Dash Electrum wallet, and I never really had any major issues with it. I love having the seed backup, and the only problem I ever had with it was prior to the last update, which was I could receive Dash, but I couldn't send Dash out. I think I had a small issue with Brian and Mastermind actually sent me some money, and I think I was trying to send some money to the tip bot in Slack, and I couldn't do it. And I was thinking, what the hell's going on? But fortunately, the upgrade, resolved that. And yeah, I'm a big fan of the Electrum wallet. And just to add to that, there's actually a proposal live now on Dash Central where someone's now I might have to double check now on the live to double check this, but yeah, there's a proposal to add support and development for that in the future, whereas before it wasn't really supported because it wasn't really the priority. So, but that is being looked into, and last time I checked, I think it was in the green light to be funded. So if that's your prerogative and you do like the Electrum wallet, it looks like it's here to stay for a long time and it's going to be supported. So yeah, keep the questions coming in, guys.
Yes. By the way, speaking of proposals, the Dash Force funding proposal currently looks like it's passing by a spread of 199 votes. So I really wanted to extend a sincere gesture of gratitude to the masternodes for believing in our mission. Right? There's only so much Dash that can be created each month to fund various treasury proposals, and the fact that this is the third Dash Force proposal that has been funded.
I think it's the fourth, isn't it?
Yeah, fourth.
Yeah, fourth, I think.
Yeah, we had a 1 month. The first one was just a 1 month, and then yeah, I think this was a fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, thank you to the community for believing in us on our mission, and Well, obviously, we have a good time. We joke around, etc. But we're very serious about what we do, and what we do is promote Dash and help the Dash ecosystem, fight off the trolls, etc., etc.
Yes, thank you. I'm looking at the.
And actually, I'm going to drop the link to the proposal in the live chat, just so y'all can read it over and see exactly what it is we do, because I know we have a few people listening who might not be intimately aware with what we do.
Okay, so why Joel's doing that? Obviously, it's the Three Amigos right now, but obviously we're Dash Force. But I want to give a Dash Force shout out to our extended team as well. So, Brian, you might have to help me out with this because I'm not doing it on the fly. But Psycha, Macrochip, Troy Dash, Solo WizKid, Splarwick 21. Yeah. Hey guys. Hopefully we can get you guys on here soon and have a chat, but we appreciate the work you're doing. And yeah, so Dashful shout out to you guys. Oh, and also as well, our new extended family, which I will be introducing at some point near in the future, Dash Force China, which will be Michael and Locke. I'll probably do an article to let them guys give a little introduction about themselves. But
how did you get past the great firewall?
Great difficulty.
You have to tunnel under. You have to go over.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain with Skype. I don't want to give the locations away where the guys are, but yeah, normally just pre-arranging Skype times and stuff. So it hasn't been an issue so far. Really excited. Got lots of plans for documentations, ideas for videos going out. As I said in my article recently on Dash Force News, if you've not read it yet, you should probably check that out, as it has the plan of action of what we'll be doing. Starting off small, getting a few breathers. Just once we've got some data, some analytics, and some core baseline foundation for community, we can expand and do, well, hopefully replicate what we've done in the Slack community, whether it's contests, meetups, all sorts of things. But it's important that we get that grassroots organic growth first to do that. And with China, it is very unique because of their government situation, to put it politely. So yeah, so lots of things to look forward to.
I've seen Joel put the link up there. I guess yeah. You can't do like links. That's why you do the dot instead of the full name. I guess it won't allow. That's right. It won't
Unless
allow
it's
you.
desert links.
Yes, with the Google Live chat, yeah, it treats URLs as spam. So yeah, I think Joel's got the right idea looking in the live chat now. So you should be able to decipher that and work it out.
Yes, it's the top cryptography of our era.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on the Bitcoin price, and it's crashing. We're down a little bit.
Crypto dump. Yeah, I mean,
actually, we just got dumped on hard. It looks like somebody just dumped 2,000.
Yeah.
Usually, when Bitcoin goes down, we go up, but I guess Bitcoin went down and then it went up. Who knows? I got to think that the dumpers are running out of coins at this point. But
it's like a double-digit negative, just to for most of the top 20, if not more, coins. Like the whole field, it's a sea of red, and that's fine with me. I mean, this is the Mr. Toad's wild ride of cryptocurrency, you know.
Let's keep dumping. I'm working on another masternode, so
let's be a bit more optimistic about it, because let's not forget this week's been quite a big week. So starting off on Monday, I believe it was, we reached the billion market cap, and Joel might have to refresh my memory on this, but Ryan Taylor, Core CEO, made a prediction. One prediction that came true, but then at Miami, which I believe was at the end of January this year, made a prediction that by the end of the year Dash would reach the 1 billion market cap, and obviously now we've surpassed that. So he must have a crystal ball.
Crypto must be like dog ears or something. much quicker.
Yeah, so it's been a great week for Dash, and
the whole cryptocurrency field it's definitely reaching that next level of development where now it's not just Bitcoin, etc. Now it's just a bunch of big projects, and it's also reaching that next bit of mainstream adoption where like a bunch of people are jumping in and just saying, I heard about this Bitcoin. Like just this week, I've had about a half dozen friends just messaging me, I want to get in Bitcoin. How do I do it? And it's just, you have that whole big influx of new money, and then that whole like panic crash, and you're just like, just the usual rodeo. I mean, Bitcoin's still solidly, well, it's barely, I better refresh coin market cap. It's barely over 2,000. It's 2,071 now. It got to like a high of at least 2,600 or 2,700.
Yeah. Speaking of Bitcoin, Joel did an article recently, which is fantastic. I recommend, about Bitcoin fees. He's the man for the job. And I saw someone tweet, I think it was yesterday, saying that the average Bitcoin transaction fee now is now $3, which is huge. So I love the way when people talk about cryptocurrency, and they typically always give the example of purchasing a coffee, when now the average transaction fee is pretty closely surpassing that. So
yes, in fact, chaos on the other end. Anyway, from bitcoinfees.info, the median Bitcoin fee, right? Not the averaged out, not the mean. The median Bitcoin fee is $2.20. Whew. So that is, just so you know, that is more than I pay for my daily coffee. When I go out to the coffee shop, it's like $1.90, $1.95. The most expensive place is $2.05, and I always get like a free refill with that. And it's like that's spend money. If I just want to switch it from one wallet to the next, I gotta sorry, can't have coffee today. I just spent my coffee money switching my money from one wallet to the next. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. It kind of underscores that Bitcoin, if it's a digital cash, is in a world of trouble. Or if you look at it another way, Bitcoin is not that anymore. It's something else. And so we should definitely adjust our expectations on what it should be.
Hey, I know we're experimenting here. I want to see if my mute button is working, because I tried to cough. I tried to mute it when I cough, but I think it's picking it up. So I'm going to mute it now. You know, hear what I'm saying?
I can hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's all right. So that's good to know. The mute button does not work.
Here's a mute button. Let's hope that could work.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
cover
there
your
we go.
mouth, or you have the option that if you have your mouse with you, or if you're using your laptop trackpad, you can just scroll to the top, and where you've got the no video option, you've got the no mic. So
Yes.
you
All
can
right.
just
So
click.
I'm gonna hit a
Perfect.
few chat questions now. So first,
Shoot.
what am I telling people who ask how to buy Dash? Well, I'll give my perspective because I don't deal with exchanges or anything like that. If anyone's local to the New Hampshire area where I live, I just tell them, talk to me because there's tons of people locally buying and selling cryptocurrency. Other than that, I definitely recommend using Wall of Coins as a secure and private way of buying. No, you don't have to give up your ID or anything. Just do a cash counter deposit and you get your Dash. That's my perspective. What did you guys have about exchanges?
I like Coinbase. I wish they would add Dash. It's easy. I signed up for Kraken a couple of days ago. It's very difficult. I'm still waiting on a support ticket to get all their banking info because I can't find it. It showed up and it was on the screen, and then it logged me out like it does, and then I tried to find the banking information. I couldn't. I need it now because the price is going low. I wanna buy some Dash right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Coinbase is the easiest for me. Hopefully Kraken, I wish it was easier. Coinbase is, I don't know how to explain it. I guess they're more of a pool type system, and Kraken is you have to actually send the wire. Coinbase automates a lot of the stuff for you, but it is kind of expensive.
Ultimately, it depends how they wish to purchase it, because we have options like Wall of Coins. Now, obviously, by my accent, I'm a European, so my suggestions would probably be different from the other guys. But we have Spectro
Really,
Coin.
you sound like you're from the American South.
I'm just putting this accent on, really. It's just trying to disguise.
It's just part of my method acting, boy.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, you can even purchase with PayPal on it's called WeSellCrypto.com. However, you pay a premium for that as well, so that won't really be my recommendation. Just for disclosure and transparency, I purchased most of my Dash when it was Darkcoin, and unfortunately, I used two exchanges. One was exclusive to the UK, which was called Mint, but the bulk I used was Cryptsy, and unfortunately, Cryptsy as an exchange went down. So I would love to go back and see the history of the dates and the prices and stuff, but unfortunately, I can't do that. But in terms of purchasing, I think a lot of the big exchanges are probably the right way to go. So we've got Kraken recently, Bitfinex, but if people like to engage with just their bank account and just keep things simple off the exchanges, you should probably check out Wall of Coins. They support a lot of countries, and they're good guys too. I know Joel's quite friendly with the team there as well.
Yes,
so
they're definitely true Dash believers first and foremost.
Yeah, for me, where I'm at, the markup was too high. I think it was like 20% or something like that.
Apparently, it's something to do with the premium, right? There's a premium on what Wall of Coins offers, and what that is it in a lot of cases it offers the fastest way to get crypto, and in other cases it definitely offers like a very private solution, private for cash kind of thing. Especially if you don't have a bank account, you can just walk into a bank and do a counter deposit and get crypto, and there's a markup for that, which it works the other way around though, right? If you have a bank account and you want to sell your Dash, you can get quite the markup by just throwing it on Wall of Coins.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are the fees on the Spectro coin, Mark? Do you know what the fees are on the various cards?
Right, with SpectroCoin, they do everything. So fees-wise, I don't know off the top of my head, but it's SpectroCoin.com. But they're an exchange, but they also offer services for merchants as well. And they also offer a debit card as well. So they pretty much do everything. But I'm glad it's over to me because I've got a few things I would like to add. When we first started the podcast, we started talking about BitCut. And on a recent tweet from the CEO, he said that they're working on integrating an option to purchase Dash via your credit card. And to in addition to that, there's also another proposal live at the moment, which the owner is Delta Engine, for a buy-dash.com website, which would be a credit card purchase solution, which evolved from a video that Amanda did with what was it, pain points or something for Dash. At the moment, we've got 5 days left to vote, and at the moment it's got 303 yes votes, 162 no, and 33 abstain. So hopefully the community will get behind that, because I think that would be a really great solution to have.
Totally agree. Yeah, I like that one. That will make it easy for people just buying little amounts just to get in there and do it quick. I think they're going to cut it off at $100. I think right now they said you can test it at $5. I need to test it. I need to try it out, but I really like the idea. Low fees. I think they were going to add a really small fee, 0.1 or 0.01, just to help somehow to keep the Dash flowing. But yeah, I really like that one. Hopefully that one passes.
Yeah. So okay, guys, I'm going to throw a curveball.
Oh goodness.
So this week, it's been it's always a manic week, but has there been any proposals or anything that you guys have seen that's taken your interest that you just thought, wow, that's really amazing?
I like that first one. I like that the airplane one. That's a cool one. There's a lot of good ones. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got. I like the Dash Force one. That one's great. I love it.
Yeah, I heard that one's like killer. I hope they got a good team together. And
really handsome guys.
Okay, so guys, just in case you're watching and you're not familiar with what Brian just said, I was hoping he was going to bring that up actually. I don't know off the top of my head. I think on the Dash Nation Slack, his handle is Dash Racer, and he is a aerobatic pilot with those fancy stunt planes, which I kind of would describe as sort of the Red Bull type event stunt plane stuff. And he's put some amazing videos up, and he's got a proposal up at the moment. I don't know if Brian's brought it up, but I can do so here. And it's great news because it's passing. It's got 750 yes votes at the moment. So he's got the green light at the moment. And I would encourage everyone, if they haven't done so already, to get yourself on the Dash Nation Slack. And yeah, because he's put some amazing videos up of some of the stunts that he does. And he's going to deck out his plane in Dash branding with his uniform. And Brian, I think you said that he was going to do something on boots on the ground, like give out some Dash or something. Can you elaborate on that a bit?
Yeah, I made a suggestion to give away some Dash, and he said that he's going to give away $5 in Dash to like the first 100 people per day. So that's really cool. And I don't know, I brought up the screen share. Is that screen share working?
Yeah, we can see. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. No, I really like. He's a really energetic guy, and I like the proposal. I think it'll be good. It is expensive, but all these proposals are expensive. Another one here is this circuit or circus, almost Circuit City, Circus City sponsorship. That one looks really cool. Yeah, there's I like a lot of them. The TEDx thing, that's interesting. It's too bad that Amanda wasn't accepted to be a speaker there, but I think eventually we'll get our shot there.
Yeah. So I definitely, this is very interesting, right? Because I don't know what kind of since there's no real proposal type thing in any major coin. I don't know how weird or typical any of this is, but we're starting to see some interesting people try to become part of the Dash ecosystem, right? And so, like, for example, Circus City, we have like the performing arts looking for that.
Yeah, that's
and then we
gonna
have
be
like
cool.
air shows, and then we have the Alt 36 thing is definitely an interesting one. I'm not quite that up on that, but it would seek to integrate to help out the legal cannabis industry.
Oh yeah, big shout out to Danny from the Crypto Show as well, who's on the road visiting. Not sure what you guys call them. Cannabis isn't legal over here, but would you call them repository? Oh, no, I don't know what you call them.
Dispensaries.
Dispensaries, right?
Repository.
Yeah, repository. Yeah, definitely not one of those.
Potvault.com. That would be a good business name.
But yeah, so yeah, Danny's out at the moment on the road, traveling across lots of states. The crypto show. He's on Facebook, and he's updating. He's going around to talk to owners of these cannabis shops and basically encourage them to accept Dash. And I believe some of them have ATMs as well, no, I think he has an ATM that he's taking with him as well. I think there's something to do with General Bytes, but I may be off on this.
I suggested that to the Aero Racer guy as well, the General Bytes. And I saw, I guess it was Amanda's spotlight thing. Supposedly they have some custom Dash General Bytes ATMs. I don't know if they're available or if they're sold or what they were saying about that, but that would be cool.
Right, for a lot of people watching, which I'm assuming are from Slack, we're talking about budgets and proposals of things that are going forward, and they might not be that savvy to Dash. So obviously Dash was the first self-governing, self-funding protocol in terms of cryptocurrency. So basically 10% of the block reward goes towards budget proposals, which means salary for core, marketing, anything in general. In general, it's a decentralized network. So basically anyone can submit a proposal, and then it's down to the community to vote whether they deem it valuable enough to pass it on. So now, out of the three of us, I don't know if Brian would mind me disclosing, but he has the most invested interest and stake in that. So when it typically comes to proposals in general, Brian's normally the one that's most up to scratch because,
the lovely Psycha says hi in the live chat. Hi, Psycha.
Hey, Psycha. How's it going?
We'll have to get her on the show at some point soon.
For sure. Yeah, I'm gonna also be doing a review committee podcast at some point, and we'll get more in depth about the proposals. Hopefully, have somebody. And look at Mark's doing the Marco Rubio thing.
The water. Yeah. Do you know? I don't know if you keep track of enough American politics, but there was a presidential candidate who is an interesting fellow, and he gave some opposition speech, and halfway through that he needed water, and he was just on camera going like.
So what was his nickname? Because you had Low Energy Jeb.
I don't think did he make it long enough to have a nickname.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Water Rubio, Water Dan Rubio.
Water Boy. Yeah, I don't know.
Water Boy. Well, maybe we should leave the politics to one side.
Yes, but anyway, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's great to see Psycha. So if you don't know who Psycha is, she is one of the moderators of Slack, and she has a fan.
Slack is.
Yes, so basically she does a phenomenal job, and she's a very high valued member of the team, and she's doing a great job at the moment. So
more on that later.
Yeah, hopefully you might be seeing a bit more of her soon. So it's all a bit hush hush at the moment, but yeah. Right,
I've
let's switch lanes.
Well, I was going to say I'd asked the mod squad to do this to help us with mixing, and a couple of the members have already picked different days. I guess I shouldn't show our private chat on there, but yeah, everybody's picked a different day to kind of help mix. I think we got Mondays covered. There's a speed racer right there.
Hashtag Mixing Mondays.
Yeah, Mondays should be covered. Yes, Mark, did you join that chat? And I invited you over there in the Dash.
Yeah, I've seen it. So just in case, once again, if someone's watching and they're not familiar with what Mixing Mondays is,
for the viewers at home.
Yeah. So if you give a bit of backstory to what Mixing Monday is, that'd be great.
So with Dash's private send, what happens is users seeking to anonymize their funds, they get matched anonymously by the masternodes to other users so they can anonymize their funds. And then the masternodes take little denominations of that, they mix them around, and then they send them back so that when you send a mixed transaction, I just saw this today when I was moving some of my funds around. It said it has like dozens of addresses as the point of origin, so you can't tell which one actually, where the transaction actually originated from. So in order to do this, right, in order to do this in a decentralized fashion, it's sort of reliant on who else is using it. So sometimes if you're the only one on the network trying to mix at one time, it might take a little while, right? But so in order to facilitate that, we decided to do this thing called Mixing Mondays, where every Monday, everyone just runs their mixers. Everyone goes on their Dash QT wallet and just hits, start mixing. And then everything goes very fast if everyone's on the network trying to do that at the same time.
Yeah, I think Mark suggested started Sunday as well, kind of do Sunday for the international people because they turn over at a different time.
That's the thing is I start mine before bed. So I don't usually go to bed before midnight Eastern time on a Sunday. So that's 5 a.m., 6 a.m. It's like, morning time in Europe. And obviously later in other parts of the world, I just start mixing and then go to bed. And so by morning, usually everything's very thoroughly mixed. And that's because a lot of people are waking up and in other parts of the world. So anyway, I haven't noticed, since we sort of started paying attention to this, I haven't noticed many issues with slow mixing times because it really just takes a few people on the network doing that. And if there's always someone doing that, then you can just get your funds mixed in a matter of a few minutes. And then once they're already mixed, you can just send them off as quickly as any other transaction.
Yeah, it took me a while the other weekend. I was trying to mix. It went like 30 hours and it wasn't mixing. And then one Sunday, Amanda started mixing and everybody else started mixing, and it was really quick. So yeah, it doesn't take much. I was going to make an announcement that we're going to do this in the support channel, but I guess this is the announcement here. If anybody has problems mixing, just ping one of us, Dash Force, Mod Squad, anybody on the team, and we will fire up our computers and get it going.
And I know I have 2 machines that are ready to mix, so at any time I could fire up both of those. And just give a shout out on the Dash Nation Slack. I gave the link down there in the live chat. It's I believe it's dashchat.org. Takes you right to the invite to get in there. And if you're not in there, right, you can, I don't know, you can tweet it out. You can put it on the Dash Pay subreddit. It's probably less efficient that way, but one of us will probably pick up on that and then say, hey, someone's out there trying to mix, going to slow, go start it.
Yeah, I may or may not mix just because I have the Dash Force funds and I'm going to set them up on a Trezor or a Ledger or something. So I don't think I can mix once that's
Ledger.
done.
Ledger hardware wallet. Yep, those are good. I just did a review today. So if you go to dashforcenews.com, you can see the review for this little bad boy. It's definitely highly recommended.
Very good. And then that's with the Nano. I guess there's a bigger one or something?
Yeah, the Nano S. I think the bigger is the blue. It's like a Bluetooth enabled one, which I don't know how that works in terms of hardware wallet security and stuff, but that's a newer one. This is the Nano S. You can see it looks like a little USB stick. You pull it off, and then there you go. You got the little screen, and you got the little buttons, and then it goes on with these 2 buttons. You control everything in and open up an app. It's very streamlined, good. My only gripe, and apologies to anyone who read the article, is like, oh, not this stuff again. The only annoying bit is the app to access the Dash wallet is called Bitcoin Wallet. And so it's a little bit confusing because on the device you say, if you want to go to Bitcoin, you just select Bitcoin, beep, and then you open the Bitcoin wallet and it's right there. For Dash, when you want to set it up, you have to install the Dash wallet, which is like plugin, and the Bitcoin wallet. And then on the device, you open up Dash wallet, and then in the app, you open up Bitcoin wallet, and it takes you to Dash wallet. It's a little odd, But anyway, that's my only gripe with this. Other than that, it's a really great little thing.
Hey, I wanted to ask, do we know when this the Charlie Shrem card's coming out, and also that 10x?
Yes,
Oh
that's
my
like
days.
every few hours. It's just sort of like, so my parents used to have I grew up on a ranch in Mexico, and my parents are, they're still cattle ranchers down there. And so we had some roosters, and we had this one that we called the alarm clock, because every 30 minutes on the clock, it grr, 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 grr. And so that's like about every 4 to 8 hours in the Dash universe, someone asks, anyone heard about the Charlie Shrem card? I believe he gave an update about a week or so ago and said everything's going fine. And I believe he provided a couple screen caps. And I think about a month left until we get to see if Bitcoin pioneer Charlie Shrem's Dash branded Dash debit card ends up coming to fruition as promised in the Treasury proposal.
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe. Sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
Well, we still don't know the fees. That's the only thing. I mean, we have a bunch of cards already. That was my main concern. Is what are the fees going to be? He said they're going to be good, so I'm guessing they're going to have to be better than everything else we have. Either way, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I was just going to say that I believe Charlie came into the Slack a week or maybe just over a week ago and said everything is going to plan. He hasn't been that open because the people that are issuing the card want him to kind of keep a low profile so it passes with MasterCard, etc., etc. So it seems everything is going well. However, someone mentioned 10x as well, their card as well. So Joel actually did an article on that as well on dashforcenews.com. Check it out. And the CEO said that at some point,
for you, Mark.
Near,
coming for you.
Some point. Okay, sorry, guys, I can hear that. 5-0. I think I'm about to get swatted. No, I'm all right.
Yes. They found all your Monero.
Yeah. But lost my track of thought there.
I think we just outed Charlie Shrem and the whole Visa thing.
Yeah, so what I wanted to say was that the CEO of the 10x card said that they're based in Singapore, but their card is open to the world. And previously, if you didn't know, because of regulations in the US, getting debit cards there for cryptocurrency has been quite difficult for companies to ship their cards there because of regulations. However, they claim that they'll be able to post them directly to US addresses. So, and their fee, from what I've seen so far, blow everyone else away. So he posted an update, I think it might be on his Twitter feed, saying that at some point soon, definitely within 2017, they'll be coming to the US very soon. So
yeah, I thought it was supposed to be sooner than that when I read the proposal. I thought it was going to be really quick, but I guess somebody said no, it was just in Hong Kong or something.
I do believe I saw an update that said that they're about to get the cards shipped to them, and once they get it, it'll be available anywhere or something. It's a little bit unclear, but we got a question from the chat about mixing question. If you try to mix 1,000 Dash, won't it run out of addresses? Can I pre-generate all addresses so I can back them up before I start? I'm a bit worried about losing my Dash.
What a great question.
Yeah.
Any takers?
Well, as I said, and I'm the less experienced mixer among us. I'm not sure if I'm the least, but I'm definitely not the most. What I've noticed with that is I've been able to keep on mixing. Every once in a while it says, hey, you're going to run out of addresses, automatic backup, yada, yada. But I have automatic backup available, like enabled. So it's able to, so it just automatically generates new addresses and keeps going. I do think that if you worried about backing up your wallet, you do have to do additional security measures, but I only put Dash in there to mix and then dump out. So I'm not particularly worried about automatic backups, except for just keep giving me addresses so I can keep mixing. Brian, do you have any extra insight on that?
Yeah, the other weekend when I was mixing, it was taking 30 hours. I kept getting pop-ups that said something about I was running out of keys and I needed to do a backup, and I don't know what that was exactly about. It said it did an automatic backup, but just in case, I went and backed it up on the USB stick. Yeah, it starts off with more addresses than Bitcoin, just by default. And then yeah, they added a feature to where it does the automatic backup. So it's on your computer though, but I guess if your computer catches fire or whatever, then it could be a problem. So yeah, always back up. It's just good practice to back up every time after you mix. It's just do it.
Yeah. So we got another question from actually some guy I know. Hey, Forrest, is there an easy tool to show users how to avoid accidentally burning change during mixing? As far as the only thing I know, a long time ago, Moo Cow Moo messaged me and told me that there's a certain formula for calculating the inputs, and it automatically rounds or something. As long as you understand that, you should be able to maximize it. But I did not understand that, so I just mix and send, and there you go. I don't worry too much about the extra stuff burned. But Brian, do you have any extra insight into how to minimize the amount burned?
No, I did see that there was a formula a while back. I think it might have been CoinGun or somebody brought it up about whenever like it's 0.99, that saves you somehow on the dark send fees or something. Let me switch subjects real quick. What is the fee for the instant send right now? I thought it was like 6 cents. Do we know?
Instant send? Yeah, it's a 0.01, I believe.
Yeah, and then what about dark?
I'm sorry, 001, 001.
And then dark send, do we know what that is?
I don't know what the private send is right now. Yes, that's another thing. For all the viewers at home who might not be familiar, Dash started out for a very brief, fleeting moment as Xcoin, and then was named Darkcoin, and that's when I first became familiar with it as primarily the private cryptocurrency, Darkcoin, and then it got rebranded to Dash as digital cash in order to show that a motion in a direction away from just pure privacy and towards a whole host of new cool stuff.
Yeah, I know it is. It does get expensive when you do the private send and the instant send together. I usually kind of avoid those, but that can get expensive. But yeah, there is some kind of formula that you can use. But I don't know. Next question.
Yeah, let's move on. I don't see any more questions in the live chat.
Well, now another thing about, as you're mentioning, DarkSend got rebranded as Private Send and has been worked on a little bit over the years. In Dash Evolution, it's going to be, I think it's going to be completely renamed as Cash, and you're just going to have in your evolution wallet, you'll have it segmented a couple of different things, and whatever you just throw into your cash balance will just be automatically mixed. And so, for one thing, that's going to really make it a lot faster, because if everyone who has their mobile wallets on, it'll just be able to throw it into the cash, and it'll be able to just mixed all the time, rather than open up your big heavy desktop QT thing and then hit mixing and hope everyone else mixes. It'll just be constantly mixing.
Yeah, there was also talk about having an evolution that so many transactions would be free. I think Evan had talked about that, and then it seemed like somebody pushed back on it, and then it came back, and yes, it is going to be free to so many transactions, so individuals would be able to send free transactions. However, if you're a business and you're doing thousands of transactions per day, then it would cost money. So I don't know where we stand on that. Hopefully it is free. I think that should be doable for so many transactions.
Yes. I know evolution it's funny because people talk about when's evolution coming out. It's like, well, for one thing, it's coming out in stages, and it sounds like it's the release. Dash Evolution promises to be the release to end all releases. And while that's a very, very definitely gets me hyped up, it also means that we don't actually know everything that's going to include, and we won't know until it'll be out, and it'll take several years to get out because they're just promising all kinds of stuff. So from obviously the basic part of evolution will be just a very seamless user interface, and you could log in with the username and password protocol level, right? So no one stores that, no third party stores that. But as a and then to take the usernames instead of those long cryptographic hashes we're used to seeing, right? It'll just be a simple username, and then you'll be able to do in wallet easy things like protocol level recurring payments and things like that. And it'll be a very seamless, wonderful, cool experience. And then you get beyond that, and it's like, well, we're going to have interest bearing accounts and like masternode shares, and we're going to have like a Dash drive. We're going to have like a decentralized API that'll link. You can just put in business. We'll have a business directory. We'll have merchant mediation services. We'll just have all at some point it just sounds like we'll have everything that can be imagined by the human brain. So obviously that stuff's going to take a little while to get figured out what exactly it's going to include, much less actually finish it.
Yes. Yeah, the first iteration will start with just, I think, a web-based wallet, and then it'll go from there. Yeah.
Yeah, what I was going to say was that if you want to see screenshots of what evolution will look like, if you go to twitter.com/-pay or the Twitter handle @-pay, a recent tweet gives a link to Consensus 2017, where the Dash Core CEO Ryan Taylor gives a presentation talking about Dash. This was only just yesterday, I believe, it was uploaded. And you can watch that, and it has screenshots of Dash Evolution and actually touches on interest-bearing accounts, the cash account that Joel mentioned. And yeah, and that should give you a bit of forward guidance into what you can expect in the future to come from Dash. And the future looks very bright indeed. So we're all quite excited about it. So happy times.
That's going to be that's the very interesting thing about Dash, is it's going to end up providing that seamless professional experience that just a great user experience that just feels effortless. It's like what iPhone did to mobile technology, except the thing that's sort of throwing some crypto enthusiasts for the loop is usually they associate that seamless good experience with centralized control, right? So if anything, that's one of the fun parts about Bitcoin is it has this very cypherpunk look with all these like hashes you send from here to there. It's like, little duffs and bits and all that kind of stuff. And the people are gonna see this very smooth user experience with Dash Evolution, and they're instantly gonna, some of the more cypherpunk folks are gonna think, oh, this has got to be centralized. It looks like a bank. There's an option for a fingerprint for identification. Oh, the man has us. But it's important to remember that at all times the Dash maintains a commitment to privacy, and you'll be able to just use this amazing centralized seeming service in a completely distributed peer-to-peer fashion. And that's pretty amazing. It's take a lot of people to kind of get adjusted to that concept that you can actually, that you don't have to have a terrible user experience in order to have something that's free and no one can control.
Yeah, that fingerprint scanner thing came up a long time ago in the past, and people freaked out about it. But it'll be optional, obviously, and it'll be pretty cool. It'll be just like your phone, so it'll scan your fingerprint, open your wallet, or it will you'll put it on there and it'll allow a transaction to go through. Yeah, it'll be optional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't freak out.
Yeah, that's the thing I've had to. I obviously haters gonna hate, but inside the Dash community, there's every few months or so you get someone, or month, I don't know, it depends on the time frame, but you get someone expressing concern about new great features of Dash. Oh, it doesn't look like it's going to be private. Like first, like the CoinFirm partnership, right? To see how to CoinFirm is like a blockchain analysis firm, and it's basically Dash partner to get some guidelines into how do people want to track their Dash activity in order to report that as a legit above ground business, to file on taxes, et cetera, et cetera. And so instantly that unleashed a torrent of, oh my gosh, Dash is AML KYC compliant. You gave up your financial identity. Dash isn't private anymore. And just having that option available, so people wanting to run a legit business off of Dash don't have to do very much legwork, because the Bitcoin people, they have to do that anyway, only it's much harder to figure out. And Dash has this pathway. And so people kind of freaked out initially about that. And then you sort of have to say, no, guys, come on. It's just fine. And then, well, what's going to happen with evolution? Is it going to be, and then someone mentioned something about another identity thing. Oh my gosh, it's privacy is over. And then I have to write to the Dash developers and get a little interview, and just says, no, we're all going to be private. It's all going to be able to have anonymous funds, all the other kind of stuff. It just, a lot of people have a hard time reconciling a smooth user experience with actually being your own bank. They think that there must be a large centralized monolith that's just, controlling all your funds in order to offer that seamless experience. It almost seems like, the carrot and the stick, like that's how they lure you in. But this is why Dash is going to blow the paradigm completely out of the water. Is no, you can have this wonderful, smooth, the user experience without having to trust your funds to a large corporation. In fact, you can be free and have a good time doing it.
Yeah. Dash Red asks, is there a date that Evolution will be released on testnet?
Ooh. I don't know that. I asked, and it's kind of kept quiet right now. But yeah, we're definitely waiting for that. Dash Force will have the testnet contest. We'll fire that back up. Hopefully, Swallock will volunteer to host that. He does a good job of that. So yeah, no, that'll be. I may have to jump in on the Evolution test. Yeah, no date. I'll inquire about that. I'll get back to you.
Yeah, shout out to Dash Red as well. I think it's Edward, right? I love your YouTube channel as well. I think it's awesome. I loved your troll video.
Yeah,
and also as well, thank you for your video entry as well.
Yeah, I like that one. That was my favorite one. That was the one I picked as a winner.
Yeah, so if you didn't see, when the dashforcenews.com launched, we had a YouTube video contest, and we had 3 winners, and Edward did a fantastic poem which made me laugh out loud in the middle of it. You have to check it out. If you go to the website dashforcenews.com and you go to news and hover down to contests, I believe, and click on that, you should see something on like video winners, and you can watch the video there. I recommend it. It's pretty funny.
Another of my favorite of his videos was the troll contest. He was going to give away a little bit of Dash to the top haters. So he just had people insult him in the comment section. It would just say all kinds of mean, nasty things about him and his face and his mother and everything else. You're such a moron, you're this and that. And he just read them all and ranked them. And then he gave the top few some shout outs. And I think we should probably do something similar, because I've had some choice comments said about myself. My favorite of which, there's always the few, oh, you Dash scam shill, blah, blah, blah. And then some kind of like clever word use of like, I used to work for Cointelegraph, and they said, they would say Cointelecrap, and you're a shill, journalist, whatever. Those are fun, but my favorite one was, you make my skin crawl. Like, oh, I didn't know I had that kind of power. That sounds rather nefarious.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get some here in the comments section after the video airs.
Yeah, likely.
Yeah, well, I'm sure at some point we could probably address common troll questions that come up all the time, and we can not just combat them, but answer them with logic and facts, because or simple, thinly veiled disdain. That works for me too. Always be polite.
Yeah, I wish we could get some troll comments here in the live chat. I was hoping we could, but I don't see any. Maybe
force it. It has to be genuine.
Be careful what you wish for. That's what I'm gonna say. But
yeah, Bradley Baker. Where's Bradley Baker?
Don't call people out, please. Don't.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Famous.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him in a while.
I think when it got discovered that he was pretending to be a Bitcoin fanboy when really he was in the Monero camp, and I think someone leaked his Reddit.
It's extremely creative. I've never come across anything of that sort before. All the trolls are always completely upfront and honest about their motivations and intentions, we should always take their comments and their identities at face value, in fact.
Yeah, but there is one thing, guys, that I'd like to bring up. I was just having a quick look on my laptop, and yesterday someone in the Reddit, Dash Reddit, was asking that, you know, he felt that, or he or she, I'm not sure, it's
He, she, it.
Yeah, or sorry, or gender non-binary, or
Yes.
yeah. Dash Master 1234. I'm just going to stick with that for now. Yeah, was asking that Dash should be dominating online ads. I'm guessing from the angle that obviously because we've got a budget and whatnot, and it reminded me of last month's proposal, where once again Dashcore CEO Ryan Taylor put forward a marketing and communications budget proposal, and there was something in there that I completely forgot about, and just seeing that yesterday made me remember that. So I replied to that. So I think you guys are pretty aware of this now, because I asked for an update in the actual Dash forums, and I think Brian gave me a thumbs up. But just to give you guys some insight, in case you didn't know, there's plans for a $20,000 professional grade commercial, and the details are, as were on the proposal, we plan to fund a professional grade commercial. We have already made substantial progress here with storyboards, preliminary concept level videos, and field testing with crypto and general audiences to get reactions and refine our message. This is a fully coordinated with our overall best branding effort, including front-end development, templates, style guide, and overall rebranding path for evolution. As we enter the production stage, the costs are modest for a commercial production. So there's more information available there. If you are on Reddit, you can see my response. It's a lot longer than that and goes into a lot more detail. Apparently, the advert or commercial is meant to be like equivalent to an advert costing $200,000 to $300,000 US dollars. So it seems very, very high grade. The only thing that's kind of unclear that I've asked for an update is what the ETA is for this. Obviously, they're keeping the storyline or storyboard of the commercial secret, but apparently from feedback they had, it's very powerful. So I'm really looking forward to that. And as a month's passed now, I know the core team's been very busy with consensus, but I think an update on that, I think the whole community is looking forward to. So yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I mean, I know a lot of people have been saber rattling about ads. We want ads. We want ads. And yes, I think I would probably hold off on that for the moment until a couple things fall into place, right? So once we got a good Dash point of sale system, which is coming very soon, there's a treasure proposal for that. But once we have that, we already have BitCart, so you can buy everything on Amazon. And once we have our site, Discover Dash, fleshed out a little bit more to see everywhere you can use it, then you can have a very good ad that comes out and says, Dash is digital cash, you should use it, and then get started. And people can just hit the ground running, get some, and use some. And it's great. And more importantly, obviously, when Evolution comes out, it's going to be a much less bootstrap sort of experience. It's going to be a very professional experience. Then just run ads all day long. Just sink half the treasury budget into ads. Just get it everywhere. And then, yeah, what was that old hashtag? To the moon?
How many businesses or whatever do we have now on the Discover Dash? Last we had like over 60.
Yeah,
some of them are events and stuff.
Yes, we have about that right now. There's many more. There's many more than that out there. We've just obviously, we're trying to do everything at once. We're trying to do this podcast. We're trying to run the news site, run all the troll patrol kind of stuff. We're doing plenty of stuff. But now that the proposal looks to be passing, we don't have to worry about that too much anymore. We'll be able to really knuckle under. And now that we've spent a lot of time building all these sites out and building all these projects and figuring out all these logistics, now we get to just kind of get into our groove and just go run.
Yeah, I've been working on everything west of Colorado, and and I'll continue to finish that. I got California done, but I'll continue to finish. Hopefully I'll get everything west of California done this weekend.
Right, one last question, and then I think we should probably think about wrapping up. So basically, Dash Red asks, but does 20K just create the adverts? What about actually showing it on TV or some media? And the only response I can give you to that is what Ryan said when he was pressed on it on Dash forums, which was, I'm not sure how much I can reveal about the commercial without compromising the strategy. It would need to clear anything specific. I would need to clear anything specific with the branding team, and I don't think we want details leaking publicly until it's publicly shown for the first time. But I can tell you this much. I've shown an expert, the largest companies on the planet hire for this sort of thing, a commercial from several years ago that I still get emotional every time I watch it, and I told him that I wanted the equivalent done for Dash. He turned to me and said, that commercial would cost anywhere from 200 to 300,000 US dollars to produce, and there are only a few people that could do it. However, I probably know all of them, and I'll see if anyone will take this on by convincing them what you're doing is important. Well, from the latest version I've seen, we're already getting extremely close after months of work. Now we are at the stage where we need to take the rough animation, sound and music and have it professionally polished. Everything has been done at cost as a favor to the project. We are getting close in quality to the $200,000 to $300,000 version I referenced, and we've done it at a fraction of the cost.
Nice.
It could wind up being the best money we've ever spent.
Woo!
So that coming from the Dash Core CEO is pretty major. So
yes, that's the interesting thing I've noticed about Dash is it's light on the hype by a lot. I mean, you have a lot of other coins doing a major announcement, hyping this and that up, and obviously people like us in the Dash community are very vocal about why we appreciate Dash and how it's going to change the world and stuff. The Dash core team seems to be very, very tight-lipped about the successes, kind of not wanting to overstate anything, trying to way under promise and over deliver, which I think is a great strategy. And I also see there's potential limitations to that, but it's not their job. It's their job to deliver. It's our job to like run our mouths, right? It's our job to sort of hype the whole thing up. And speaking of developer and stuff, say hi to Ian Marshall in the chat. He's a Dash Evolution developer.
Hey.
Hey now.
Hi, Ian. He's from, I think he's from Edinburgh originally, so he's from your side of the pond there.
Oh, it's still a bit of a trek, but I'm sure we can meet up for a pint at some stage.
At least it's not a swim, but
or whiskey, I should say.
Yes, he lives here with me in New Hampshire, about 40 minutes from here, Manchester. So yeah, so he's definitely local to myself, but we have to figure out, maybe a future podcast guest. Oh, he says, hello, chaps.
One thing I wanted to throw out.
Yes.
One thing I wanted to throw out is we are working on a new meetup presentation contest. Joel's helping with that, and we're going to be offering more Dash and focusing more on merchant adoption, getting more businesses going, and look for that probably after the proposal passes the 1st of June.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So let's start to wrap this up. So you guys got any last thoughts or anything that you'd like to say? And then we'll close up.
So definitely the shout out for right now is, as we're building, we have this wonderful merchant adoption site, discover-.com, and it's mostly finished, but we're still building out a few areas. However, the business listings are already ready to be used and added to. Anyone can add those. So anyone who's listing, if you own a business that takes Dash, if you know someone who owns a business or takes Dash, get them on discover-.com/submit. Just go right there, submit your business, add it to the listing. That'll save us a whole lot of work in getting this done. And as for fans of Dash Force, dashforcenews.com, your #1 source for Dash news in the cryptosphere. Whatever. I don't have a tagline, but yeah, go there. And if you want to join the Dash Nation Slack and just have a good old chat with the rest of us, dashchat.org will take you to the invite. And that's all I have. What about you guys?
I'm good.
Bryce,
I'm
good.
looking. That was fun. It was great. I'm looking forward to it next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, obviously this was unscripted, off the cuff stuff. Thank you for joining us and asking questions. If you enjoyed this, have any suggestions, feedback, we're open to it, and we hope that you like and subscribe to our channel as well. And we'd like to hear any ideas or suggestions that you have. And thank you for watching the first episode of the Three Amigos. I hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah. We need a better outro,
yes,
and an intro as well.
And as Dash.Red asks, every Friday? Yes, every Friday. This will be our big staple. We're going to add more content, more media, more awesome things. But this is going to be that fun, warm, happy part of your week, your end of your week, your weekend, to get used to these faces, or shut your computer and just listen to audio, because we're here to stay.
Yeah. So yeah, on that note, I hope you all have a lovely weekend. And guys, would you like to say goodbye? I was going to say cheerio and sign out, but I'll let you guys.
Yeah, my package never arrived. I didn't hear the dog go crazy. I'm getting worried.
Yes, they got intercepted. I don't know. I'm out of jokes for now. Peace.
See y'all.
Okay. All right, chaps. It's that time. So thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Cheerio.